their last regular season game in Hodges Fieldhouse. We thank them for their hard work and dedication to the men's basketball program here at Iowa Central. Each young man has represented our program every day, not only on the court, but off the court as well. As a group, each have earned academic all-conference and will graduate from Iowa Central with an average GPA of 3.40. These gentlemen are very high character and will be successful in whatever they choose to do in the future. Iowa Central Community College wishes you nothing but the best in your future endeavors. Here are our 8 sophomores. Lucas Bensing. Isaac Besh. Connor Bruce. Logan Halverson. Jamari McGee. Kyler Mathias. Kevin Taylor. Colton Under. Once again, let's thank these 8 gentlemen for all they've done for Iowa Central basketball and wish them best of luck in their future. Before our lineups, fans, we'd like to have you take a quick look at our video board for a quick message from the Iowa Community College Athletic
And over on the east side of the court here in Hodges Fieldhouse, you can see there comes the pass in. Pass in over the middle of the field. As they move out and a cut back inside. Nice ball movement here from Southwestern. Jammed up right under the rim. Hitting a spin move. Here comes the pickpocket. Oh, man, all over the floor. I don't think it's going to be enough. And it certainly isn't. Nice movement, but fortunately for the Tritons, there goes a shot clock violation. 2-0 is a score. The Tritons lead in this one. And we do have the starting lineups for the Iowa Central Tritons tonight, as well as the Spartans of Southwestern, beginning with the Tritons. Starting lineup tonight, Isaac Besh in the mix with Kevin Taylor also in the mix. I have Deuce Blake rounding out the 5 with Miles Fan, and finally Darius Henderson. And over on the Southwestern Spartans side, Joel Villanueva, also with Patrick Worrell. Also in the start tonight, number 11, Justin Bussey. Also with Brants Baker. And finally, the 33, Devin Tomlinson. Update on the score, it's 4-0. 4-0 now with an update on the scoreboard. As we are a minute and 35 seconds into the first half here. Here's the underhand flip and the pump fake drive made by Isaac Besh. Another flip going to end up with Darius Henderson having the ball. And a cash in. It's now going to be 6-0. Southwestern not happy how they've started. They're going to call a timeout straight away. Wow. Yeah, Southwestern just off to a really slow start. You saw their coach right there really pump his arm, telling his guys, we got to get going, got to get moving, as they've been slow to begin here. I want to break down that first meeting they had on the season. Once again, the final score, 60-47 in favor of Southwestern. It was a game that went all the way to the end of regulation, no overtime involved. And it was a game where Deuce Blake led the way for the Tritons. He finished with 12 points. Miles Fant right behind him with 11. Darius Henderson not too far behind with 10. And then not only that, but over on the Southwestern side for their leaders, I had it just pulled up here. Here we go. With their leaders in the mix for them, Caden Hooks, also Patrick Worley, really good guys that got in, Joel Villanueva, and those are all guys that come off the bench. Now for this game, Joel Villanueva and Patrick Worrell both getting the start here now. Nice score after the 30-second timeout. That's going to make it 6-3. 6-3, 17-45 remains in period number 1. Here's a three-point bomb from the corner, no good. Ball is loose, trying to be batted everywhere. Villanueva ends up getting it. 6-3. Here come the Spartans on offense, moving with a star 5 spread. It's going to be rebounded there by Darius Henderson. Henderson pushing the floor, looking up, moves over on to the right outside of the three-point line. Firing, no good, and Isaac Besh going to come away without a basket. It'll stay 6-3. 17 minutes and 15 seconds remain in the first half. Up the floor, the Spartans move. Spartans rocking the navy blue uniforms there. Big deny at the rim that time there. It was McGee who got a hand on the ball. And they're going to work around, and looks like they're going to reward him. Here he goes for 3, and they certainly do. A three-point bomb, the first of the night for the Tritons. It's 9-3 now with 16:45 to play in the first half. Like I was saying, the Spartans rocking the navy blue uniforms tonight. They have some red jersey numbers, as you see that there. The Tritons rocking their cool gray with blue on the side. Here's Kevin Taylor posting up, going to lead to them trying to go outside and pass into the Triton bench. Obviously, someone didn't do their job. No one was home. That's a turnover going back to IC3. Here we go now with 16:25 remaining in the first half. Up forward, Taylor around the wing, finding down low. Miles Fant back up along the three-point line. Besh works all the way around to the top of the key. Still working with their perimeter passing. Wow, beautiful find down low. That was on a rope. And now they're going to miss from the corner, but I once again would like to shout out that rope that was put on there by Darius, that was actually Miles Fant, near the top of the key. Line drive, whipped it right in there, and split about 3 defenders with the cause. 15:50 remains in the first period. It's 9-3. Villanueva roams to his left, kick to the corner. And now back to along the wing. Moving inside, looked like it went off the foot, and then it went out of bounds. So regardless, no matter what the call is, it's going to the Tritons. 9-3. Tritons lead at home. This is a huge night for sophomore night. Once again, our sophomores, I'd like to shout them out. Lucas Benzing, Isaac Besch, Connor Bruce, Logan Halverson, Jamari McGee, Kyler Mathias, Kevin Taylor, and Cole Tunender. Here come the 5 on the floor for the Tritons. They'll flip on over, finding Isaac Besch, rolling to his left, finding back to the wing, Kevin Taylor with a dish out, finding the corner. Tritons, this is great ball movement. There's not even a second between a dribble move or nothing there. Offensive rebound made there. Another one made by Fant, goes up and draws the foul. And Miles Fant going to be headed to the line. He'll take 2. Miles Fant and his shooting numbers on the season at the free throw line, shooting at a 60%. For every 1.4 of his makes at the line, he misses 2.5. There's his first, cashes in, extends the Triton lead to 7. It's 10-3 now. Leading the way in points for the Tritons, Darius Henderson. If you don't know, I'm Hank Ambrose with you on call for all of Triton Nation tonight. Pleasure to be with you. Just a single header. And the second make, it's 11-3 now. The Tritons move back on defense. Looks like they try to stick to a man-on-man, but McGee ends up frozen up and left a man open. Fortunately for the Tritons, a missed 3 from that area. Here we go, another 3 put up by the Tritons. Both teams exchanging 3-pointers, both of them missing them. It's 11-3. Spartans just with 1 field goal in this one so far. They have started out ice cold 5.5 minutes into the contest. All around, outside of the rim, kick to the corner. He'll try off the front end of the rim. No good, and Kevin Taylor going to grab it in with one arm. Taylor moves the ball up the floor. Besch now back over to Taylor. Taylor has it on deep from along the half-court line. Moving back inside in the poke out. Standing right on Dennis Belcher court. Here's the 3 ball, no good. A lot of threes drawn up today. I wonder who's going to be the first team to break away from it on their priority on offense. 11-3. I mean, I know you're down by 8. You've got 1 field goal under your belt so far if you're the Spartans, but I think this is time where you reconsider, knowing that the Tritons keep trying to go for more and more 3-point daggers. There's a pickpocket steal all the way around for Kevin Taylor as he moves inside from a Euro step. No good. Tritons with an offensive board. And Henderson can't put it back up and in. Still made there by the number 3. Big play there. Cameron Cruz making it. Joe Rorden with the ball. He's running the point now for the Spartans, working around to the top of the key. Cruz ends up along the wing, fakes a pass. And there, top of key, still working outside. 5 seconds on the shot clock, and out to shoot it soon. Patrick Worrell goes up. Worrell scores. That's just the 2nd field goal made so far for these Spartans. It's 11-5 now. How about the improvement so far this season that the Tritons have done so far? Like I said in the pregame there, the first time these two went up against each other, the final score 60-47. Tritons with a rough stretch on offense. That was on the road. 11-5. Here's a pickpocket steal. That one made by Drake Davison. He'll bring the ball up the floor. Finding over for Villanueva. Nueva can't hold on to the ball. Henderson goes coast to coast, and he's fouled. And it is while he's in his shooting motion, so he'll go to the line to take 2. For Henderson, shooting at a 67.1%. For every 2 free throws he makes, well, I guess I should say he's averaging 2 of 2.9 per game, if that's an easier way to put it. Stays 11-5, 12:35 remains in the first half. It's a game that's gone by quick. There's not been a whole lot of fouls. The Tritons have 2 fouls on their side. They haven't fouled at all against the Spartans. It's 12-5 now, 7-point game. Just a lot of missed shots, it feels like, early on here. Deep conversions, conversion attempts. Here's another one in the corner. That one good. And that's Villanueva who makes the basket. 12-8. 12-8 with 12:15 remaining in the first half. Here's Besh now, stuck on the side to Cal. He'll move inside and out, finding over for Kevin Taylor for 3. Taylor right in the face of Brant Baker. Great look from him. 15-8. Kevin Taylor, one of those sophomores for tonight, as he is actually one of them getting the start for tonight. 15-8, goes inside, moving towards the baseline before kicking back out. Fade into the left. Here's the drive inside with the left. They'll call for a defensive foul. Looks like a defensive hold. It's going to be called against, I heard Besh, it sounds like. I'm not for sure if that's right. We'll take a look right here. It's actually Matthias who got called for the foul. Well, anyway, it's 15-8. Still have 11 minutes and 36 seconds remaining in the first half. Here's a media timeout. Let's take it with them. We'll be right back with more Triton Sports on your home of everything Iowa Central, Triton Nation. Triton Nation back to it here on Iowa Central's YouTube channel. It's 15-8, 11 minutes and 36 seconds remain here. Spartans begin out of the media timeout with the basketball. Oh, man. Leading bounce pass inside. Tritons, though, sniffed it out. They were ready for it. Oh, man, look at that tip. That tipped pass actually almost went in. But, no, it'll stay the same. 15-8, 11 minutes and 15 seconds remain in the first half. Around into the corner. Isaac Besh has it now. He's going to break around the brim. Over for Taylor. Taylor on a string, moving inside. Double team. Attempted there by Fant. He'll miss his shot, but end up getting it back from Donovan Pointer on his behind. And a foul going to be called. Oh, my goodness. They're calling it for a travel. They pointed like it's going back to the Tritons. And it is. Wow. Well, here we go. Tritons getting the ball back from the side. They'll go short to Donovan Pointer. Pointer now puts in a screen for the sophomore. The kick out. Matthias moves back to Pointer. Pointer stuck around the elbow. Back inside. Fant with a bounce pass. Leading in for Taylor. Taylor originally had his shot blocked. I think they're going to waiver it off and call travel. They will. They will call for a travel. 15-8. This is a low-scoring game, much like the first time these two paired off. Once again, the final score for that one was 60-47 in favor of Southwestern. 10 minutes, 38 seconds remain here in the first half. 15-8. Tritons up by 7. Southwestern over at the top of the key. This is Devin Tomlinson with the ball. Move back inside from a streak, nothing there. So the Tritons end up getting the ball off the rebound. Here we go to the corner. And actually got me faked. End up in the corner. Donovan Pointer will try for three. That's another missed three from the Tritons. Southwestern with a quick, sporadic rebound. Moving into stopping their transitional drive. Oh, man. Spartans could have taken that 2-on-2. Maybe it would have been 1-on-2, but still. They end up pulling away instead. And now a missed shot from the post. Missed shot from the post. 15-8. Taylor moves inside. Besh now bounces off his opponent and leaves Taylor open for three. Oh, man. It's just not clicking so far. 15-8. Remains the same. It feels like we're just stuck at this score. Moving at the head of the base. Around the wing. Here's Villanueva for three. Off the cowbell. Nothing. Moving back up forward. Taylor will bring the ball up himself. I think he wants to end this dry spell. So he's going to move inside, take it for himself. Back behind his back. No look pass, and that's a score for Miles Fant. 17-8, 9 minutes to go in the first half. Spartans looking to be in double digits from this possession. Up the floor. Staying in the backcourt. The end around. The double end around, matter of fact. Villanueva cuts inside, and he will get that double digit. 17-10 now. Just joined us. You're listening to Iowa Central and watching Iowa Central basketball. It's sophomore night for these guys. This game has been postponed to today. It was originally set to be played yesterday. There we go. Another roll in, finger roll layup. 19-10 now for the Tritons. Leading the way in points for the Tritons, I have Miles Fant with 8. And Villanueva over on the Spartan side. I got 5 from him. Hang on now, look like foul, so no shooting foul, but just a foul to reset the drive. 2-2 for team fouls, so very low for the fouls. It took until about the 11-minute marker for the Tritons to commit their first. Look at the lob pass inside, guarded at the hip. Oh, man, trying to just be a little hip and sinker, and he will. But unfortunately, it looks like a foul called. Too many bodies in that paint. And the foul going to be called on Kevin Taylor. That's his first personal. Going to the line to take his 2, Devin Tomlinson. Tomlinson on the season, shooting at a 84% at the free throw line. Averaging 2.7 makes a game out of the 3.2 he'll take. Once again, that's per game, so that's throughout the 13 games now they've played on the season. You see it there, cashing in on his second. Missed his first, so that brings the score 19-11. 19-11, 8 minutes, 3 seconds remain in the first half. Got an update to the 5 on the floor for the Tritons. I have Darius Henderson on the floor with Isaac Besh, Kyler Mathias, also out there, Kevin Taylor, and Jamari McGee. All the way around, finding McGee. He's spread out way far, backed out to Taylor. Taylor is double teamed right as he passes inside the gate, so he'll kick it back out, just poking the bear, no good. And rebounded back out for Southwestern Community College. 19-11, 7:35 remains here. Oh, man, all the way back, all the way back. Nice recovery made that time by the 24, Quincy Evans. And that's his first action today, just getting the first sub in for Evans. No call for a foul. This is a moving screen, maybe? No, it's going to be against the defense. Against Darius Henderson, matter of fact. That makes now for the 4th team foul. So the Tritons, they started out with 2 team fouls going in their favor. Now they've committed the last 4 in a row. 19-11. See right there, 7:15 remains. On the clock, moving inside, posting up. Uh-oh, this is troublesome. Yeah, that usually doesn't end up good. Posting up against Darius Henderson. Open three after a Triton hit the floor. It was McGee who'd hit the floor. And I don't know how he got that pass over there. That was really very fantastic. Southwestern now getting it back. There goes that Triton cheer section getting loud. Oh, backdoor cut going to lead to an open man and a score. There's Cameron Cruz going up and under. 19-13. 6:35 remains now in the first half. Here's the pull-up three from the lefty, Jamari McGee. Cashes in, and Southwestern wants another timeout. It's 22-13. And right as Southwestern finally breaks their dry spell, the Tritons smack one right in their face. Another timeout. Let's take it with them. This is Hank Ambrose for All Things Iowa Central on Triton Nation. Triton Nation and basketball fans, we're back to all the action here in Hodges Fieldhouse. It's sophomore night for these Iowa Central Triton men's. I'd like to shout them out heading back into the play-by-play here. Huge shout out to the folks at our sophomores for the Tritons. Lucas Benzing, Isaac Besch, Connor Bruce, Logan Halverson, Jamari McGee, Kyler Mathias, Kevin Taylor, and Cole Tunender. Huge shout out to the folks there that have gone their full career with the Tritons, as this is sophomore night for the boys. 22-13 is the score heading back to the action. 6:15 here. 6:15 remains in this first half. Here's a move inside for the Tritons. Looks like not going to end any good. A foul. And there, you know, I will say that though, that does break the foul streak that the Tritons have been on, because they've committed the last 4 in a row. Well, there you go. There goes one. That time it's against the number 11, Justin Busey. To the line, Jamari McGee will go to take two. Making his first. He'll have one more to shoot. Finding his numbers. Or Deuce Blake, excuse me. I've been saying McGee. Deuce Blake shooting at 78% on the season. And Deuce will miss his second off the cowbell. 23-13. Tritons lead by 10. Up the floor, Villanueva with a bounce pass just about 2 feet away. Dishing back out, finding Drake Davison. Davison turns the ball over. Here's another steal by Besch. Oh, man, Besch is looking from behind to let Taylor work the point. Taylor, from down under, is going to move back to the wing. Standing alone, picking up his dribble. Here's the three ball. Up and off. Up and off. Tritons getting it back on defense. Doing a good job at recovering after the miss. And that's one thing I've noticed. Southwestern seems to be really slow coming off the rebound or the steal or whatever they get to go their way. They've even have stopped very many transitional quick play drives. There's a steal made by Taylor. Taylor moves it over to Besch eventually after using the middleman as Kyler Mathias. Besch can't cash in, so it goes back to Southwestern. 23-13, still a low-scoring affair with under 5 minutes to play. Down the wing, into the hatch. Uh-oh. Taylor in the post playing his defense the best he could. Nice score there from the 3-3, Devin Tomlinson, right over the head of Taylor. 23-15 now. Moving all the way around. Besch with the ball. Besch goes out to the elbow before finding Mathias. Mathias with a fake pass. Really quick hand movement here. The Tritons have excelled at that all season long. Almost making my job hard doing the play-by-play for him. The move inside, up and, oh man. Can't get the finish, can't get the foul. 4:10 remains now in the first half. 23-15. Villanueva brings it to his left, backed over. Here is Tomlinson. Tomlinson finding the way for Worrell. Worrell gets stuck, picking up his dribble. The Triton defense too strong, as they've been running the man-on-man defense all night tonight. That time, wow, what a smooth shot. Davison pulled up from near the free throw line and cashes in. 23-17, this is as close as it's been ever since the Tritons led 6-0. 3:35 on the clock remaining in the first half. Fant hesitates and takes it to his right, moving into the central part of the post. Nothing there. The Tritons have gone on a dry spell. Up the floor, taking his time. Villanueva is going to let the big fella work. Tomlinson at the head of the base. He'll go back behind, back to Villanueva on a buddy system. Oh, wow, I love that. Didn't work out, but I really loved what Southwestern did there. Not a lot of teams do that. And it was just a really, really close, you can't even call it a handoff. It was still a liner pass, but it was just so close, about not even arm's length away, I'd say. Backdoor cut, but leaving really, really into the middle. That was really fancy. 23-17, Tritons end back up on defense with 2:40 to play. Into the wing, looking up, and looks like another turnover. Another one. 6-point lead for the guys in gray, and here comes another media timeout. Let's take it with the crew down below. Hank Ambrose with you for all the action tonight, a part of Triton Nation. Triton basketball taking on the Southwestern Community College Spartans. I'm Hank Ambrose with you for today. It's just a single header matchup. 23-17 is the score. Tritons lead by 6. We're coming off of the final media timeout of the first half. Tritons have been dry for the past at least 5 minutes of game time. Let's see them close it out here. 2.5 minutes remain. Backed over, crossing the half-court line. 5 seconds into the drive. Here is Taylor all the way back, standing on the Triton head. Back over to Besh. Besh looks right, ends up taking left. Oh, still unsure. Over now for Deuce Blake. Deuce Blake inside. Flip out from the fingertip, and Taylor moves it, loses it, moving inside. 23-17. And this is about as good as it gets for Southwestern to come back and tie this thing up. Still 6 points away from doing so. Backing up. Finding over now. That is Drake Davison. Move inside and a score. That's the first for Quincy Evans. 23-19. Up the floor. Short little pass. Oh man, buddy system back and forth to Matthias. End up involving all 5 this drive. 1.5 remains. Oh my goodness. I thought that was going to be a really, really exclamation of a finish. But he ends up just holding on to the ball. I thought he was heading in there to slam dunk that off the alley-oop. 23-19, Tritons lead by 4. Looking like they're going on a 7-minute dry spell of game time. Villanueva doesn't like his shot, so he'll move out central. Just skipping through Deuce Blake, and now that makes it a one-possession ball game. 23-21, Tritons have the ball. Things need to revamp here for the Tritons, inside and out. Here's a mid-range game from Deuce Blake. Good. 25-21, 45 seconds to play. Up the floor, moving back out left. Villanueva with a lob pass, back inside and travel. Oh man, that's a call Tomlinson heavily disagrees with. Not a big fan of it over on the Southwestern side either, as they are wanting that just to be from the loose ball, and Southwestern has to have a man sub out. Patrick Worrell works over to the trash. Looks like he's not doing okay. We'll have to keep an eye on him. You can see him over there near the trash. 25-21, Tritons lead by 4. Looking like their last offensive possession of the first half. Taylor has the ball. 6 seconds separate the game and shot clock. Down to 12. Inside and backed out. Best for 3 off the front end of the rim. 5 seconds of game time remaining in the first half. Here we go. And a Euro step to close things off, and it's not enough. 25-21. How about this super low scoring matchup to close the first half? 25-21. We'll take a break. Right after this, stick around. This is Hank Ambrose for all things Iowa Central on Triton Nation. Triton Nation, welcome back to all the action. We're at halftime. The score 25-21 in favor of the Tritons. It's getting very, very close. Not too long ago, in about the 2-minute warning of the first half, there was just a 2-point lead in favor of the Tritons. The Tritons have had the lead the whole entire contest. They were on fire right away. They went up, I believe it was 7-0, then they made it 11-2, and then the most amount of points that they have led by so far, 13 points for the Tritons. Like I said, it's been all the Tritons all the way through, but they have really gone on a dry spell from about the 7-minute marker all the way ticking down to about the minute marker. It got ugly at times for this Triton offense, I cannot lie to you, and they just ran out of steam. And, you know, they had really, really hot points in the beginning, too, but it was just for small little spurts. There's another score. That time it's Tomlinson putting it up and making it just a one-possession game. Like I said, just like little spurts here and there. There was a lot of missed threes in the first half. It felt like that was going on forever and ever. And that's just kind of what brought it 25-23 as we are currently in. Just 55 seconds into the second half, playing by 20-minute halves here. Hank Ambrose with you on call. Ooh, Besh nearly gets called for the... I'm a little surprised he actually didn't get called for that travel, actually. Southwestern not happy with that call again, and they may even tee up the ref. I think they are. They're checking him over. Or maybe not a ref, maybe someone from the sideline. So it's against the Southwestern bench, and matter of fact, it's not anyone on the coaching staff, just now they're wearing shirts, so I can't tell you the player or jersey number. So on the far left side of the bench there, you can see he's got his hands up like, what did I do? Well, you caused for a technical foul, man. And now Kevin Taylor is going to go to the line. He'll take some free throws. Here's his first coming in. Taylor on the season. Here's his first. Hang on. Taylor on the season shooting at an 81% at the free throw line per game basis. Averaging 4 makes a game and just 4.9 misses a game. As he'll miss his second, making it a 3-point game, 26-23. And the ball is going to stay over on the right side of the floor. But with Southwestern, 26-23, here we go. Spartan ball up the floor, crossing half court. They'll move on over. Oh, here's a new player in the mix. I have not seen him today. I've been expecting to call for more of him. Brance Baker, who just got his first touch. Maybe we have seen him a little bit, but not as much. Not as much as I was expecting. 26-23, right around the head of the base. Over in the mix, here's Isaac Besh taking the screen from Miles Fant. He actually ends up backing away. Here's Taylor now, who will rope it outside. Finding, Henderson, man on the floor. Still a man on the floor. Throw it over. And the Tritons can't capitalize. As a matter of fact, they'll turn it over with a double dribble. Man. And that's just a gut punch for the Tritons. Rolling on offense with one less man, and you can't capitalize. That's going to stick with them, especially if that three knocked down, but it doesn't, right off the tooth of the rim. Moving forward, Taylor gets central. Lob pass back into Miles Fant. Fant cuts it out to an open Besh. Besh for three, no good. 26-23 remains the score. Once again, the halftime score was 25-21, so already in about 2.5 minutes of play, Spartans with just a layup, they've gotten to go, and the Tritons are looking for their first field goal. They have just one free throw. Knocked in off of a technical foul from Kevin Taylor. There's a three ball. Charlie, excuse me. That's the NBA Villanueva. Joel Villanueva. 26-26. I'll have to double check on if there's any relation there. I don't think so. 26-26, Kevin Taylor posts up from just inside the three line. Moving back out for three. He'll try off the far side of the backboard. No good. 26-26 remains the score. We got a tie ball game in Hodges Fieldhouse. Southwestern looking for their first lead. Moving forward, Tomlinson moves back out overhand. Back along the elbow. Back inside. Oh, man, that was a dirty pass inside. I don't even know the style of pass you could call that. Had to really move his arm. It's almost like he had to point his fingers in a 180 direction just to get it down there. 28-26, Spartans have their first lead in today's game. Here's the roam around and look outside for Henderson, who gets it right back. So just about 5 seconds, the Tritons let the Spartans have the lead. And the rest of the time, it's been all Tritons in about 23 and a half minutes of play. Oh, man. Looking for a collision outside. Almost ran into the official on the sideline, but we're still in play here. It's 29-28, Tritons lead. Tomlinson fakes the shot, goes inside, and is blocked by KT. Henderson with the ball. Moving outside. Oh, a charge call. The Tritons are getting a lot of calls that are going to really haunt them. And we mentioned that earlier, especially when that 5-on-4 opportunity, when that man couldn't get back up. It was actually Tomlinson, one of their best defensive players. I'd say their best offensive player, but one of their best defensive players when he was on the floor. And now that, getting the charge called against you when you don't even have the ball moving inside, man, it's tough. Tough. 29-28, Tritons just up by 1. 15:45 remains. Up the floor. Brance Baker goes inside to a wide open man. He can't cash in. Ran into the wall. Good thing he's okay there. Got the padding out. Here's a three from Villanueva. Missed. As Kevin Taylor now is going to be running the star on offense. Backed over. Here's the move inside for Blake. Blake with an end around. Back inside to Fant. Oh, my goodness. Fant with a bob and weave. And Coach Haley's wanting to call there. You see him put his arms up. I think many could agree with him as well. 31-28. Tritons lead by 3. 15-10 to go. In these two first meeting, it was 60-47 in favor of Southwestern. Oh, wow. That was a make. That was a nice two. Wow. That shot was so clean, it was like the net didn't even move. 31-30. Taylor with a jab step, spin move outside, finding Besh. Got knocked down. Late call. It looks like they're giving him 3. Looks like they're giving him 3. And Evans put his hands up. Not impressed with the call from the sideline judge. And they're going to end up talking about it. He called it a little late. But then he also put those 3 fingers up. I don't know. We'll see here. We'll just have to see. I couldn't tell you. That one's about too close. The band's starting to clap. Okay. Okay. Triton band going crazy over there. That's awesome. I tell you what, there's a few times this game where they throw in some good comedy. Listening to them when the opposing team goes to a free throw line and it's like that, just random. Flop call against the Tritons. But then a foul against Quincy Evans, a technical. Oh my gosh, that's a bit strange of a call. 31-30 once again, a flop call. That was just what was announced on the field. Oh no. Okay, they're changing it up there. Had the numbers wrong. They're saying flop call was against Brance Baker, and then a technical foul called against the 24 Quincy Evans. There you go. That's what it is. Went on a rhythm of missing their free throws. Couldn't get the technical fouls. Besh now at the line. 32-30. Makes his first 2 of 1 more to shoot. Here's his next. Making it 34-30. 34-30. You know, now that I think about it, I don't remember the last time I've seen 5 free throws taken in a row. Wow. Yeah, I don't. Wow. Anyway, back to it all here in Hodges Fieldhouse. 34-30, 14:25 on the clock. Villanueva with the spin move. Put it off the backboard. 34-32 now. Triton's lead. Up the floor. Here comes Jamari McGee. We've been absent without him for the majority of this game. These two remind me a lot of him and Deuce Blake. Very similar styles of play. Been battling for that starting point guard position all season long. It's good to see Jamari get back in here. Along the wing, inside, he gets doubled at the hips. Nice lob pass. Oh, wow. Great streak move all the way down, and eventually Tomlinson gets multiple Tritons to jump on the pump fake, and the score tying it back up at 34 apiece. Just have 13:40 to play in the second half. Up the floor, to the wing. Taylor dishes out right in front of the Triton sideline. They don't try for 3. Taylor brings it back at the head of the base, backed out. Here's the 3 ball. Besh, a little too strong from the last shot. 34-34. Here we go, up the floor. With the ball, here comes Justin Bussey. Bussey goes to the wing. Nice improved ball movement here, especially off-ball movement. You see that there? A cut in the side for the man who just had the ball there. And Evans, he ended up in the corner, leaving for an open path to travel, and now a foul going to be called. And that foul going to be called against McGee of the Tritons. Leading the way in points, by the way, for the Tritons with 10, Miles Fant. A third of these Triton points to one man. As there goes Fant right there getting the rebound. Back over to the sideline. McGee up the floor. Backed over to Taylor. Taylor lobs inside. Fant looking for another score. He gets it done. And the Tritons take their lead right back, 36-34. Up the floor, Villanueva. Moving past half court, the Triton logo, and now a 3 for Baker. Baker, no good. No good. Tritons looking to retaliate now. Just up by 2 with 12 and a half to go. McGee, a bounce outside. Here's Fant with an overhook pass over to Mathias. Mathias with a fadeaway jumper, no good. Put back, no good. Taylor gets the ball back, and a foul is called. And the foul is called, so the Tritons should keep it on their side. That foul called against Brance Baker, his 3rd personal. (36-34), 12:17 remains in the second half. Comes the inbound pass. Update for you on the scoreboard for fouls and team fouls, by the way. Tritons have 2 on their side, and they also have 2 against them. Tied at 2 apiece for team fouls. 36-34. It's a handoff, backhanded, over for Fant now after he gets the end around. Fant over to McGee. McGee, 6 seconds on the shot clock. Makes up his mind, moving inside. They're going to call him for a travel. Right in the paint there. Stay a 2-point game. Villanueva now moves up. Takes left. Pump fake. Back inside. Here we go. Evans with a cutting man. He can't finish. Tomlinson. Thought about it too hard. I guess that would be my best judgment. Now the Spartans are starting to choke up. 11:35 on the clock. McGee along the wing. Backed inside. Over to Fant. Fant takes it more central. Sets a screen. Breakaway all the way to the rack. And a score to tie it up. 36 apiece. Quincy Evans steal, scoop, score. 11:15 remains now. 11:15. Corner, the Tritons go back out and in. Oh, he's stuck there. Nice cut inside from Taylor. He'll draw the foul. It's those backdoor cuts, such an integral part of this Triton offense, as it comes from all over the floor. Not just along that baseline, but also, as you just saw right there, at the top of the key. And before we get to that foul, well, I believe it was a shooting foul. Maybe it was just a standard foul. But regardless, before we resume the action, we have another media timeout. 36-36. Hank Ambrose with you for all things Iowa Central on Triton Nation. Basketball fans, welcome back to all the action on Triton Nation. Hank Ambrose with you for sophomore night for these boys. It's a boys-only affair. And it was a shooting foul. I thought it was. 37-36, Kevin Taylor goes to the line, heading into the game tonight, shooting at an 81 free throw percentage. As he'll make both of them. 38-36, 11 minutes and 3 seconds remain in the second half. Oh, and getting his first sub in for this game, Mekhi Wilson checks in. I really like the way Mekhi Wilson plays. He's a spark plug, and I think this team has definitely needed it after being on a dry spell for some time. Well, I guess recently they've been good, but when they started up that second half and closed the first, this is a good little change here. Rounding out the five with Mekhi Wilson, Kevin Taylor, Kyler Mathias, Miles Fan, and Jamari McGee. For the Spartans, I have Patrick Worrell on the floor with Villanueva, Justin Busey, also with Quincy Evans, and finally Devin Tomlinson. With the ball over for Worrell. Worrell goes off the backboard from Villanueva, no good. Stay 2-point game, moving forward. McGee moves over. Here's Mekhi Wilson on his first touch of the ball. Taylor inside. Backed over McGee, he'll try for his first time. Along the perimeter, no good. 38-36. Up the floor. Deep in the wing. Oh, wow, look at that bounce pass. The score was very solid as well from Morrell, but I think all my money would have been on the bounce pass. That was fantastic there by Tomlinson. 38-38. Taylor trying to sprint outside, doesn't have it. Over back to Wilson. Wilson with a hesitation, finding Fant now. Taylor is a body inside. Caused some separation, and now a switch on defense for these Spartans. Here's a three ball. Wilson is off on his shot. Stay at 38. And the band's getting loud. Alongside them cheerleaders. Here we go. Heading into the late stages of this one. 9 minutes, 20 seconds remain. Here's a three. It's good. Tomlinson making the basket. 41-38. And this is the first time that the Spartans have had a lead over 2 points. 41-38. Into the deep elbow, finding inside McGee. McGee has a big collision. 4-on-4, here we go. Euro step, here comes the finish. Can't cash in, but we'll head to the line for some insurance. Foul going to be called against Kyler Mathias. And that's the 4th team foul against the Tritons. Tritons also have 4 in their favor. And we still had an injured man from that original collision. Worrell going to hobble off. It looks like he's okay, grabbing at the front part of his leg, but moving on his own power. I'll keep you updated from what I see. Worrell also looked like he wasn't feeling good in pregame and about halfway through the first half. To the line we go, taking 2 free throws. Here's Boosie at the line. On the season, Bussey's shooting at a 70 free throw percentage. Made his first. Here's his second coming in. It's good. 43-38. Tritons find themselves down 5 with just under 9 minutes to go. Here is a full court press, a zone over the middle, set on by the Spartans. I'm waiting for the call. I think it just went right under my nose. It looks like it'll stay with the Tritons. It'll stay with the Tritons. Here we go. Nice. I like that hot potato pass to the corner. Tritons move. Henderson has the ball. Backed outside. Mathias. Here he goes with his left. Spin move. Double team. Needs support. Ball on the floor. Everyone else is too. End up finding over for Besh. Here is a floater. Had to put it up with the shot clock winding down, and Fant can't get the job done. 8:15 remains. 43-38. Inside move, back and away. Tomlinson hits his own spin move, loses the ball. Here comes Henderson up the floor. 1-on-2. And they will call the shooting foul. Evans putting his arms up again, not impressed. That is Evans' second, and the 4th team foul of that. Oh, they just called for the 4th team foul of that. Okay. I believe the Tritons have been at 4. Maybe not. Check that back over. Henderson, anyway. His first is good. He'll shoot one more. A little update on Worrell. I still see him at the sideline. He's jumping up and down and stretching out. Using a table to assist him in it. Henderson going 2 for 2 at the line. It's 43-40 with 8 minutes to play. Up the floor. Pump fake. Backdoor. Butterfingers. It's going back to the Tritons. 43-40. The Tritons need to start moving here. Over to Besh. Standing alone at the head of the base. Backed way up. Moving over to the side to Cal. Pointing his way through. Calling the shots. Gets 2 men to switch in front of him. Here comes Henderson. He'll try, and it's good. Making the basket, and Besh ended up on the floor. I'm not for sure. I thought he was grabbing at his nose, or maybe got his eye poked. I think that is what happened there. That's what my cameramen are telling me too, or pointing, suggesting. 43-42. 1-point game. Got some subs coming in for the Tritons. Deuce Blake checks in for Isaac Besh. Here come the Spartans. Kick to the corner for 3, Villanueva. No good. And Deuce ends up with the ball up the floor. Moving quick. Mekhi Wilson. He's looking for his first score here. Henderson out. The ball is batted out of bounds. 43-42. By the way, Henderson and Fan are now tied in leading the Tritons with a total of 12 points. Deuce Blake is not far behind. He has a total of 9. So those 3 alone make up 33 total points for the Tritons. 33 out of 42 in total. Wow. Here we go now. Timeout called. We're going to take it with them. It's 43-42. This is sophomore night basketball for the boys of Iowa Central. We'll be right back on Triton Nation. Back to all the action on Triton Nation's YouTube channel. I'm Hank Ambrose with you for the final 7 minutes here. As you can add 9 seconds onto that as well. It's 43-42 coming out of the Tritons timeout. They have 5 remaining. And for timeouts, these Spartans have 4 remaining. Here's a move inside, and ooh, big collision. Looked like another charge call. It is. That time with the ball. And that's Makai Wilson's first personal. And it might as well, after we went through the timeouts, should update you on the team fouls. The Tritons have committed 5, and they have 4 on their side. 43-42 Spartans trying to extend their lead here. Look at this triangle box from the Tritons. Oh, wow. Tomlinson ends up getting free from it and even fires out to Brance Baker, making the basket, 46-42. Just a 4-point game. Just the second time it's been a double possession lead. And just like that, it gets cut in. Big 3 from Deuce Blake, 46-45. 6:10 now remains in this second half. Up the floor. Inside handoff. Goes off the glass. Here's another foul call. This time it's going to be in favor of the 11 going to the line. Looks like. So it's Bussy here. It looks like he's hurt himself. I think it's his ankle he's getting stretched out, or Achilles. Ooh. Yeah, you see that there. He's okay. I think he's beating up the pain, if you will. Shooting 2. He's going to miss his first. He's going to have one more to shoot. He's hurt, yeah, and he's going to call for Worrell to sub him in. And this is going to be the first time Worrell subbed in since he was injured. Bussy makes his second. 47-45. Like I said, he'll sub out. Make that 48-45. Here we go. 6 minutes exactly remain. Up the floor, Kevin Taylor. He's standing way deep into the corner. Moves inside, under look pass, and now over, back to Henderson for 3. Big splash, nothing but net. 48-48. 5:35 remains. That was a big 3 there from Henderson. Over from the wing, and ooh, nearly went for the steal. Going to end up in the hands of Brownie. Shout out Brownie. And bopped it free. Looked like he's okay. Nice jab there. 48-48. And the pass in. Villanueva has the ball. Villanueva calling the shots now. He spreads the 4 of his teammates out. Design play here. Here's a big 3. Tomlinson is off. Tritons can take their lead back. Here we go. 48-48 up the floor. Taylor goes outside to Besh. Fighting Deuce. Jab step. Move inside. The left is good. Deuce Blake has the last 5 for the Tritons, and now he's got the lead back. Under 5 to play. 50-48. Here's a dish out. Worrell has his first touch since being subbed out. Tomlinson with a spin move inside, trying to draw some Tritons off. They'll call for a travel. He puts his hands right up upon his face, doesn't believe in the call, but he's just going to have to take it. He's going to have to take it. 50-48. Tritons with a 7-score run. Here we go. Moving forward from the wing. Bounce pass. Oh. Taylor's clapping. I missed it. Be honest with you, I missed it there. Shove off. Yep, okay. Defensive foul on Tomlinson. It's his first. And that last one gave the Tritons 5 team fouls in their favor. The Tritons also have 6 working against them. Oh, man. 3 in the corner, no good for Besh. Airball just in front of the rim. 50-48. Tritons lead with 4:22 to go. Villanueva has it. On the IC logo, moving over to the right side of it. Bounce pass inside. Acted like he was going to take it, but didn't. Here's a 3 now. Oh, man. There you go. And that's unlucky. That's like seeing a black cat. And what team it'll be unlucky for, I don't know. But we'll see moving forward. $50-48. Oh, and the officials are talking it over. I think they're just trying to figure out. See, if it hit the rim first, I think they'll reset the shot clock. And I think that's what they're discussing. And I think they're saying it got jammed. It was just straight in there. Once again, if it made contact with the rim first, then they will reset the shot clock. And they're taking their time to talk it over. And now each team going to talk it over with their official while they're talking. 50-48. You can see there would be 10 seconds remaining on the shot clock. That is a significant less amount of time than 24 or 20, and they're going to give them 20. Giving them 20. Here we go, 50-48. Tomlinson with a big reach at the top of the key. Villanueva backs up, calling his men to move to the right. Here's Evans with the ball now. Very deep. Here's a pentagon look. Over to Villanueva, 5 seconds. They are taking their time. Tomlinson throws it right in the hands of Taylor. Taylor dishes, and the underhook layup is good. The Tritons lead by 2 possessions. Up 4, 52-48. 3 minutes, 35 seconds remain. The coast isn't clear yet. Pump fake inside. Villanueva with a hop jumper. No, he loses the ball. And it's going to stay with the Spartans. Oh, man. Man. Oh, we got an update here on Bussy. He subs back in favor of Worrell. The 2 guys that have been battling an injury for a majority of the time. Bussy much shorter of a time, but it seems like Worrell's really just has been banged up all day long. Here we go, though. Need a big stop here. 52-48. Move inside. Bussy's feeling it. And I think a travel's going to be called, right? Yeah. I saw that toe be pointed up. I saw it leave the ground. 52-48. They're calling for a 2-man frontal press. And the Tritons now, they're going to move the way their offense looks. They're bringing all 5. Nope. They will just have 3 down here in a stacked look. Here we go, backed over. Here's Taylor. Taylor changes direction of the field. Moving into the east. Here we go. Up the floor. Tritons with an backside handoff. Lob pass inside to Fant. Fant over to Besh for 3. Oh, off the hard iron, no good. 52-48. 2:45 remains in the second quarter. Villanueva has the ball. He wants to tell the story. Coming inside. Spins, goes out. Boosie with a jab step, half spin, ends up going 100%. And now the score inside from Quincy Evans. Boy, Quincy Evans has came off the bench today, and he maybe has been the player of the game so far for these Spartans. 52-50, and the Spartans, they're going to call for another timeout. Let's take it with them. 52-50, Tritons lead. We'll be back with more basketball on Sophomore night on Triton Nation. Triton Nation, back to all the action. A part of your coverage, Hank Ambrose tonight doing the play-by-play duties. As this has been one for the making, 52-50. Tritons want their revenge as they lost earlier on the season to these guys, 60-47. Well, they're on their home turf now, and matter of fact, it's sophomore night, and that includes 8 sophomores for these Tritons. Oh no, that's not a good start out of the timeout. Oh, man, and that's Fant there. Even the top dogs can make the small mistakes, and that one going to lead to a turnover. 52-50. Tritons up by 2. 2-minute warning in Hodges Fieldhouse. Down to the nitty-gritty. Here we go. Backed over. Here's Bussy with the ball, standing on the side to Cal. Outside, looked like tipped. I wasn't for sure. Tipped by a Triton. Wasn't for sure if it was Taylor who last touched it or maybe it was Deuce. Here we go. 1:50 remains. 2-point game. Iowa Central leads. Tritons in the gray on defense. And the Spartans, oh my goodness, get that out of here. And the Spartans in the navy blue with the red accents. 52-50, up the floor. Taylor. About a 5-foot bounce pass, and it'll stay with the Tritons. Who ended up on the floor there? I think Bussy did again. He did. Needs 3 of his teammates to help him up. It's been a very, very physical game, and Bussy and Worrell both have been beaten up. And now the Spartans will take a timeout. They have just 3 remaining. Oh, no. Excuse me, not the Spartans, but the Tritons. The Tritons will take the timeout. They have 4 remaining. The Spartans do have 3 remaining. 52-50. We might as well keep it right here. Just checking in on some stats for you. Leading the way for the Tritons, Miles Fant. He has 14 total points. Right behind. And Deuce Blake, he also has 14 total points. Kevin Taylor, he's got 6 tonight. Isaac Besh with just a 3-pointer. Kyler Mathias, he's been scoreless all throughout this one. He actually even has 3 personal fouls going against them. And while we're at fouls, we might as well update you there. 4 team fouls. The Spartans of Southwestern Community College have 6 going in their favor. The Tritons have 5 going in their favor. So following this upcoming foul, or if another foul does happen, called on the Tritons, these Spartans going to be in the bonus. The Tritons need 2 more to go their way for them to be shooting free throws. And we have a close game, 52-50. The largest lead we've seen today was by 13 by the Tritons at one point. Other than that, it's been neck and neck for the majority of this ever since really like that 18-minute marker in the second half. 2 minutes into the second half, it's just been wild close. (52-50). The work outside to Taylor. Here's Taylor moving back out to Besh. Besh back to Taylor on a buddy system. Now finding for Deuce Blake. The move inside. Taylor for 3 is off on the outside of the rim. No good. Here we go. Just 1:10 remaining. And Southwestern calls for another timeout. This time we'll take it with them. They'll have 2 remaining. We'll be right back into this. For more basketball, you stick around on Triton Nation. Back to all the action. Hank Ambrose with you, part of Triton Nation's live stream. It's been a close one, 52-50. The first go around between these two, 60-47, playing out in similar fashion. Low scoring affair. This time the Tritons are home. So you hear that there, 1 minute to go. 55 seconds, move inside. Tomlinson ends up bobbling the ball and ending up back with it. And they're saying Tomlinson with his right foot stepped out of bounds, going back to Iowa Central. Tomlinson is not happy. He needs to, somebody needs to go over and give him a hug or something, man. He'll cause for a technical foul. He will. 52-50, 45 seconds remain. Triton's not in the clear yet. A score can give them a really nice advantage. Pressure's on. These guys sewn together. 52-50, you see right there. 20 seconds, separate the game and shot clock. Drawn up 3 in the corner. That's his first score of the game. Kyler Mathias with his first score of the game, and it couldn't have come at a better time. 55-50, that's going to be the dagger. I'll tell you that much. Southwestern can try, but that will be it. The corner, jab step, move inside. In a miss. Tritons pick it up with Mathias, and it's going back to the all-gray. 55-50, 12 seconds remain. And now the Tritons will call for the timeout. Wow, what a huge shot. Huge shot on sophomore night for the sophomore, Kyler Mathias. And speaking of those sophomores, how about we run through them at least one more time? Huge shout out to those sophomores, Kyler Mathias, Kevin Taylor, Cole Tunender, Lucas Benzing, Isaac Besh, Connor Bruce, Logan Halverson, Jamari McGee, what a career they have put together for these Iowa Central Tritons. And as some of these guys, 3 years, a few of them 2-year players, just great work. Great work we've seen so far tonight, and it looks like it may come away with a victory now. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but a 5-point lead with 12 seconds to go, and it's the Tritons' ball. I'm sure Triton Nation likes their chances. We'll resume the play-by-play. Once these guys resume the action on the floor, we'll be back in about 5 seconds on Triton Nation. (55-50), 12 seconds remain in this game. Nothing on the shot clock. Miles Fant passes in. Taylor gives it back to Fant, and he's going to be grabbed right on the inner side of his elbow. And the Triton's not in the bonus yet. Now that makes for 16 fouls apiece. So the next foul put on by the Spartans, and the Tritons will be shooting free throws. 55-50, here comes the pass in. Going short to Taylor. Taylor ends up with the ball. Taylor getting closer and closer to ending sophomore night with double digits. He's got 6 total points right now. 2 more could get him just that much closer. 8.9 seconds remain. Here is the first from Taylor. Oh, rimmed out, and with it being a 1-for-1, Spartans get it back from the go, and one. Wow. What? Yes, and one. Villanueva will go to line to take his free throw. 55-52. The foul's called on Isaac Besh. Still with a little bit of life. There's 4.5 seconds remaining on the game clock. But Villanueva essentially has to make this. Villanueva shooting at a 73% at the free throw line. Heading into the game tonight, here's his first and only, no good. Besh gets the rebound, and they draw a foul. 55-52. It'll just take one to seal the deal. It'll just take one. They're only sending 2 men to go over and try to rebound the ball. Everyone else standing at half court. That's including the Triton defenders. Oh, actually, here they come with a third, fourth piece. Here we go. One can seal it, making a 4-point game. Besh's free throw is good. 56-52. And that's a big breath. Just escaped from all of the Triton fans here in Hodges Fieldhouse. Here's Besh's second. That one is just to add on the cherry on top, 57-52. Here's the final shot from half court. No good. Final score, 57-52. The Triton men win on sophomore night. I'd like to shout out them sophomores one more time. Huge shout out to those sophomores from the likes of Lucas Benzing, Isaac Besh, Connor Bruce, Logan Halverson, Jamari McGee, Kyler Mathias, Kevin Taylor, Cole Tunender. That is the final home game of the season for these Tritons. I'd like to congratulate them one more time with the win. Final score 57-52, getting big revenge over Southwestern Community College. Till next time, this is Hank Ambrose for Triton Nation.